God, this is such bullshit, man. This is bullshit.
Score, Chicago!
Oh,
my!
man.
Oh! That was
Such
pretty.
fucking bullshit.
But that was pretty, Sue. Check this out on the instant replay.
Dude, do not.
You said it was fucking bullshit. Check it
wait
out. Look
to
at
watch the
it.
instant
Look
replay.
at
Yes,
it.
it's a great
If
shot.
you weren't playing
Great
the
shot.
game, look at it.
Look
Look at it.
man.
Come on.
Why do you
I
think
don't want
I
to put
see
the instant
instant
replay in
replay?
the fucking game.
Oh,
So you
God,
can see
you're
if it's
unbelievable.
bullshit.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second episode of Bullshit Goals. And as you all have just seen, we have a new intro here.
We should be talking about this.
How about that one where, like, the first one, I love that, where the guy just fucking punches the puck into the net.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
Like, how pissed would you be about that one?
He pulls like a New York public school handball move and pushes it over top of the goalie
Yeah.
and off the top of the crossbar.
The second one's whatever, you know, just a bunch of chopsticks going on. But then the third goal's ridiculous too. Like the guy throws it off the end boards behind the net, and it pops up over the net, hits the goalie in the back of the head, and goes in.
Of course. I'm watching this one. The guy bounces it off of another guy's skate.
Yeah.
And apparently off another skate, and it hits with the most wicked velocity you've ever seen.
Yeah, it hits off his toe, and it goes like 1,000 miles an hour right behind the goalie.
His toe is made entirely out of the same material that Al Iafrady's body is made.
Or the T-1000.
Yeah.
That one was legit. I was Team Slovakia, and I like shot the puck off the backboards, the end boards, and then
Oh, yeah, I know which. I remember that one. It
yeah.
bounced off the boards and off the goalie.
I mean, it was fucking Team Italy, so what do you expect? So then the last one, that Thomas Vanek one, that one's good too. It goes off the post, and then he gets clobbered, and the puck comes off the post and like hits him in the knee as he's being clobbered, and then goes in the net. If there's one thing that we want to achieve here by doing this podcast, it is to remind our viewers of why they put the instant replay in the game. And that is, of course, so you can see if it's bullshit.
I totally agree. And real quick, since we're in the intro, I just wanted to give a warm welcome and hello to our international listeners out there.
Yes, we're up to 5 listeners in Hungary. And one lone listener in Israel. I'm not sure if they're Israeli or Palestinian, but either way, we welcome all international listeners to the Bullshit Goals podcast, which, of course, now is officially listed on iTunes. That was very exciting news this week.
Pat on the back.
Today's BS goal was scored during a Czech Republic versus Sweden match that took place back on March 22nd. I was Czech Republic, and Jason here was Sweden. And
I have a long history with Sweden.
we're going to see Henrik Sedin scoring what I call a magic bullet goal. I'm going to roll the clip here.
Face off, second period underway.
That was my first mistake, kicking that puck out when I could have frozen it.
Yeah. This was a super tight game the whole time.
What are you talking about? After this bullshit goal, the floodgates opened, and you annihilated the Czechs 3-0.
But this is the problem with the bullshit goals in the NHL games, is it seems as though even in the computer, once a bullshit goal is scored, all hell breaks loose.
Absolutely, and I think that that's pre-programmed into the computer. That's part of my conspiracy theory.
They're learning computers.
But here you can see I've slowed it down. This is the actual contact of the goal, and here it's Henrik Sedin is right in front of Okun, and he gets a fortuitous bounce off of Caberlet's stick or knee. I'm rewinding it here, by the way. And then he just like is there, and in one motion, the puck's in midair. In one motion, he blindly backhands it, swats it out of midair, and somehow beats Vokun, who's less than like 6 inches away from the puck.
He turns into like a young Roger Federer. When we first saw it in the game, I thought, wow, that was a great tip by Sedin. But no.
So you're agreeing with me then?
Oh no, the goal's total bullshit. There's absolutely no way. One, he starts to look away from where the puck is.
Right.
And as soon as the stick makes contact, that's when he starts to celebrate, as if his plan the whole time was to go no-look backhand.
Yeah, just watching it, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Like, first of all, there's 3 checks right in front of the net, and none of them can seem to box out this guy. I just don't know how that happens. And I've broken it down here. There's actually 6 hits that this magic bullet takes before finding its way into the net. Yeah.
I guess it really is an aptly named magic bullet goal then.
Yeah, okay, so here I've illustrated all 6 hits that this magic bullet takes on its magical path behind Vokoun. So starting with Cronwell, out at the blue line, and that's Yager right in front of his face.
They probably were talking a little bit about Yager's new haircut, something like that.
I just saw that Yager's coach actually threatened to fight him at the end of a playoff game. This happened like 3 days ago, seriously, up in Omsk in Russia. Like, they lost. It was after Game 6 in their playoff series. His coach just like was pushing him around in the locker room, and like everyone's like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you attacking Yager? He's the best player."
Well, anybody that's been to Omsk in March can tell you it will drive you mad.
I totally agree with that. So this is hit 1. So now the second shot here, the puck rings off the back of some lousy check. I don't know who it is, but that's shot number 2. So it hits off him, hobbles him, then comes over to fortuitously makes its way straight over to Winehandle, who happens to be on his forehand perfectly.
And this is hit 3.
Yeah, this is hit 3. He attempts to put in a shot on net, but he's going to accidentally hit Caberlet in front of the net in his knee right there. Now that's hit number 4. And at this point, the puck's moving back into the left. Back into the left.
It is!
So it comes off Caberlet and actually hits Zidlicky's stick right here, and that's hit number 5. And at that point, it pops up into the air and floats in space for a moment, which allows Sedin to blindly swat it into the back of the net.
Well, you say blindly, but can we tell if his eyes are open in that shot? Because it looks like maybe he's tilted his head back into the left and can maybe make it out.
Well, there's no doubt that he's tilting it back into the left. Right here, when he's about to connect contact with the puck, he's still looking straight ahead.
And do we know anything about the genetic differences between him and his brother? Perhaps he maybe, when the embryos split off, got like advanced eyesight or something?
Yeah, or maybe he's telekinetic. and the other one's just really good at spelling.
Can I reveal something here on BS Goals?
Yes, please.
I actually had nothing to do with the final hit-in. As you know, sometimes the computer just takes over a guy. So I did the initial shot, and the second shot, but everything that happened after that, that's this actual Sedin, that's all him.
Well, I appreciate your candor here on BS Goals, but there's something else I wanted to bring up with you pertaining to this goal, which I think you had a part in somehow or another, and I'm trying to figure this out. But upon further review, I noticed something fishy going on with Lidstrom back on the blue line. I got the arrow on him there.
Yeah.
And as the play rolls, he just pulls a hammy and just completely face plants onto the ice as the goal is being scored. And I wondered if you had anything to do with that.
There's a couple things at work here, or maybe a few scenarios. One, pure distraction. Much like the YouTube video from a few years ago of a boy at a high school basketball game getting down on all fours and making sounds like a dog to distract the other team. Maybe he's doing that. 2, cardiac arrest. And 3, what if something darker is at work here and there was actually a sniper in the stands that Lidstrom was aware of, was ducking out of the way, and maybe that puck that hits that dude in the back of the leg, maybe that was more of a gunshot than the actual puck.
We're just going to chalk this off to the magic bullet theory. There was a shot from the grassy knoll. Lidstrom hit the deck as soon as he heard. Right. Okay, well, I'm fine with that.
It was a bullshit goal. How about that?
The stick-on-puck hit at the end alone, I would give that like maybe a 5 or 6 out of 10 in bullshit. Because he is a good player, so give him the benefit of the doubt that a reflex, he might just swat the puck and happen to knock it in through Vokoun. But adding it all together,
Yeah.
It's too much of a big Magic Bullet conspiracy. It's definitely a 9 out of 10. I just think
9 out of 10?
yeah, I think it's ridiculous how it ping-pongs around so much. There's just too many, like, fortuitous bounces for Team Sweden.
I was gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Still total bullshit. But a little bit less, only because in some of those shots, by the time we get to the frame where Seddon is backhanding the goal in, you do have like 3 guys around there that are basically doing nothing.
Yeah, I can't account for that.
It equals bullshit.
So in the end here, the Henrik Sedin Magic Bullet goal is going to get a 9 out of 10 on the bullshit meter.
And that's why they put the replay in the fucking game.
And I'd like to thank everyone for joining us for this second episode of Bullshit Goals. I want to remind everyone that you can subscribe to us on iTunes. We'd really appreciate it if you do that. And while you're on there, maybe give us a rating or two. And also, if you'd like to be abreast of the different matchups we have planned and when new podcasts might be coming out, you can follow us on Twitter. Our name there is @BSGoals. So long.